Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It is indeed 6:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you're here with just Troy tonight. I had to think about what my name was. Crying out loud. Great to have everybody in here. We got the fires been really persnickety with me this evening, so maybe some chat to get it going. Hopefully it'll crank up here. There's heat coming off of there, so I'm really hoping it cranks up here in a second. But, yeah, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. Say hi to everybody. Start at the top there, Mr. Daniel Bakadi Bakamaker, Charles Walker Owl Forge, Kyle Jones, Jeff Woodring, I think was first in here this evening, Mr. Matt Strock, Kenny at Metal Man Productions, Bobby, Robert Launis at The Treadle Shed. Can't see me. Uh-oh. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody else. Are we good to go? Are we 5x5? My cam is frozen. Fantastic. Hold on. Everybody hold still just for a moment. What about now? Turned off. Answer your phone. Sorry. That should do it. There we go. All right, how about that? Is that better? You know, I said to answer your phone. Still frozen. I think I got it now. I did. I think we should be good now. All right. Everything should be good. Hopefully that's better. Everybody good? All the mics are open now. Crap. All right, cool. No. I've only got one mic open. Okay. That should be good. How about now? Did that change it? Put that anywhere. Okay, how about now? We good? Todd Lashness says, perfect. All right. Sorry. You left me in charge. This is what happens. So, fire still, hopefully cooking in there. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Cam's still zoomed in. I don't know. All right, here we go. All right, is the camera at least moving? Because I'm fine with that. All right, Mr. Jeff Killian is here. Eli is here. Mr. Matt Strock. Who else? Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse is here. Great to see him in here as well. He'll be back here in the shop in a couple weeks. Okay. I don't know. If it's that bad, let me know. Whatever. He says right click on the screen. Okay. If I'm anywhere close, I'm not worried about it. All right. That should do it. That should do it. See glimmers of hope down in there, so we're hoping. Ray and Sandy's Woodworking, they were here. So we kind of list those that were here. Eli, Daniel Baca, Todd Lajeunesse, we missed having you here, buddy. Hopefully next time around. Kyle Jones, Bobby, Robert Lonis, the Treadle Shed. Kyle Jones was here. Ray and Sandy were here for a little while. And, yeah, Jeff Killian was here. So let's talk a little bit about post the gathering. We are post gathering, so we're just kind of about 95% put back together and cleaned up from the gathering. The other side of that is, by the way, Matt, you are so welcome. Yeah, it's a special little spot in the shop now just for Frank. And I will get all those spikes out and put those up on the board. It should be a pretty cool place. But yeah, most everything is still in good shape. I'm going to brag on the crew that was here. I really don't have any issues. I mean, everybody was really, really respectful. No real messes were left behind. And I saw people just snagging up trash bags and taking them to the trailer, to the dumpster. And I'm not cleaning up messes. It's just a matter of putting everything back where it was, taking the food back to the house, things like that. So, man, what an absolute blessed, I say weekend, but it was more than a weekend. We had a good chunk of people here. I had some folks here Wednesday, a good chunk of people here Thursday. Friday was a really good turnout. Friday was a bigger turnout than we've had on a Saturday. And then Saturday we hit our max, our peak of 40. 40 was our total attendance on Saturday. And in our 5th year to go from 3 to 40, it's an absolute blessing. Absolute blessing. And it's always great. I mean, the only time I even swung a hammer in the forge was Thursday night. Just pretty much all weekend, I didn't even forge, but I was fine with it. I had just a phenomenal time. Just so great catching up with people and meeting certain people for the first time. That was amazing. And and I just love the family approach everybody has taken to it, and just being a part of the fellowship here. And I will tell you, somebody who had never been here before, I was texting back and forth with them, and they said they loved this one more than any other event they've been to for one reason and one reason only, that the people here were genuine. They just were genuine and were here for the fellowship. Eric at Pumpkin Patch was here. Great to have him here tonight and here with us during the event. He blessed us with some stuff, man. We're just stupid blessed, man. We just love all of this. It's just I could not have expected a bigger success out of the weekend. We sat kind of set a bunch of us down Saturday evening and said, what do we do better? How can we improve? What things can we do? Mr. Crawford. Mr. Crawford was here, and man, oh man. What a pleasure it is anytime to spend time with him. But, yeah, it really is. When we sat down and talked about it, of course, some of the folks said, it's perfect. Wouldn't do anything different. Wouldn't do anything different. And I said, no, hold on a minute. I know there are some things, if you look into the details, I'm wanting to look into the details. How do we just improve the little things? And there was a bunch of fantastic ideas to do improvements. Of course, there was some, and I was glad there was some kind of, I don't want to say outlandish, but big game goals that Mike could do for the following year. The biggest one is going to be the bathroom. We've talked about the place where we had the smoker and the flat top, that we would move, basically enclose that or cover it and have an outdoor kitchen. No, Michelle hadn't got her stove here yet. We got to move the gas lines and get the gas line set up for her stove, which means that her current stove is coming out here. So we will have a stove, cooktop, and at least an oven to warm things up. It's not great at an oven, but it'll work. I think we can make it work. The bathroom, yeah, the bathroom for sure. That's got to be something that we've got to work on for next year. But some things have to happen. I mean, obviously, you can't put a kitchen and a bathroom in a hog barn for free. It's going to cost a little bit of money, a lot of effort, and again, with Eli being down, unable to really do a lot on that. Plus, we got to get his house done so he can get in his house. It's going to be a busy summer, very, very busy summer, and busy into the fall and the winter. The winter, hopefully, we can be in here finishing things up. But we've got a lot of stuff that we're really hoping to do as the shop. Now that the shop is mostly done, it's got to start, paying its dues. It's got to start making money for us. Toilet right next to the kitchen sink. It's not going to be far off, but I don't know if is our forge doing it or not. I don't know. Where's my Bill Corey shovel? There it is. Let's see what we can coerce out of the fire here. Well, I don't know. I have to kind of restart there. Just doesn't want to get a good light on it. Just hang with me here. We'll get her going. We haven't got a lot to forge tonight, but I'm going to talk to you about the sign bracket, see where that stands. We might be able to get it mostly finished up or ready to finish up tonight. So we'll see. And we got heat, but we don't have any fire. No real fire. That's all right. We have the technology. We can make it work. All right, let's start with a little bit of charcoal. A good hot fire going there. Some of that heartwood in. We'll get us a fire going. Jeff Woodring says, get out the axe. Very good. Yeah, we'll get the fire going. It won't be any problem. Jeff throwing out he's wanting the shipping done. No, he got it all out. It just, thank you so much, Mr. Crawford. Yeah, it's definitely a change from where we have been. And certainly a change from year one. All right. Get actual flames going in there. I think we'll be all right. And I'm running a coke fire tonight, so it takes a little bit to get her going. We're gonna get there. So anyway, man, I can't express my appreciation enough for everybody who was involved. For those that came in early and helped out, and those that were here during the week and helped out. My buddy Tracy, who went out and got us all our sticks and stuff for making the legs on our three-legged stools. That turned out to be a great success. And apparently it inspired some folks, because Roger Caldwell went home, made himself a shave horse the next day. And Jeannie's already making shavings with it, I can tell. So anyway, man, oh man, just blessings on top of blessings. It was just a pure joy. Very busy. It was a very busy weekend, but it was a joyous weekend, very much so. So I'm going to turn around here and let that kind of cook for a little bit, see what's going on in the chats. Let's see here. Nothing to it, really. That's right. Joshua Panico says fire. That's exactly it. That's what we're working on. Would like oh yes, that maple syrup is good stuff. And there's the Blands at Bland's Promised Land Ranch. 3 out of the 42 of them were here. I don't know how many there is. Just, they don't even know. They just put numbers on their kids. They just like slap numbers on their foreheads as they run around. But anywho, man, great folks there. just wonderful to hang out with Eric and the kids. Hey, Monica, how are you? I hope your back's doing okay. I hope you enjoyed my fake hug or almost hug. But, man, just so cool to meet up with them. And just, wow. Mr. Crawford says, I owe you some sweat equity. Let me know. Well, I'll tell you what. What we may do, if some are willing and some want to, we may have a work day or a work weekend here at the shop just to kind of give me a little extra hand and get things going. What I love about that is, and Eli and I talked about this, it really felt like so many of the people are taking possession of the event. Like it's their event as well, and that's really what we wanted. And we really wanted it to be a thing that everybody wants to be a part of and wants to help and wants to improve. We moved all the forges and eating out into the shed. I think that went over really well. It's just, man, oh man, so many things. And yes, having the fab shop and the wood shop mostly done, that just helped everybody spread out in all the different areas. That helped tremendously. And we got to do the three-legged stool project. That was so fun to watch everybody. It was such a cool thing because if you where the shave horse is, everybody kind of moved out, did their thing, and then I would walk by. I was running around here, and I would walk by where the shave horse is, and I would just hear this, and I would stick my head in there, and there'd be one person just sitting there in total solitude, in peace, and just making shavings. I don't even know if they were accomplishing anything, but it doesn't matter when you're on the shave horse because it's just peaceful. And Kyle Jones's syrup is ridiculous. It's so good. So good. And we had, I still got pickled eggs and pickled beets from the Killians. The Fords, Sarah Ford knocked it out of the park with the desserts and some of the other stuff. Judd, I'm going to forget somebody. Judd brought in the collard greens. We got some Moxie. We got all kinds of stuff, man. And it was just such a blessing. And then there's a table of stuff where people just brought blessings to us. They just made stuff and brought it here. And we're already at 7 o'clock, and I haven't. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. All right, but we do have a hot fire now, and I'm going to have to add green coal to that because I was running all coke, and that's just not enough. I didn't have enough done up. So we'll run some green coal in here, let that heat up, and run a little bit more. And the air is so wet right now. It's been just really hard. Everything is just damp. So I'm going to run a little bit of coal in here, get that coked up, get it smoking, and then we'll be able to throw something in the fire. Speaking about what we're going to throw in the fire, Judd's collard greens were amazing. Those were really good. Sense of beef. Oh, that would be really good. So yeah, we talk about the menu for next year. Obviously, I think we're going to probably have to do. Kenny says shave horse for the win. It definitely was. Abigail said the biscuits were so buttery. She was saying how delicious they were, and Michelle's biscuits and gravy were through the roof. The beans and cornbread. We thought we had enough cornbread in like 5 minutes after we put cornbread down. We've had cornbread, jalapeno cornbread. We had it was gone. It was absolutely gone. I've been munching on the beans a little bit all week, but other than that, man, we didn't have a whole lot of extra food. We really didn't. So yeah, we talk about next year's menu. Everybody would probably, I'm guessing, most people get upset with me if I said anything, but bacon wrapped stuffed smoked meatloaf on Friday night, which was, I hope, was a hit because it was gone in no time at all. And really, you throw in Terry's Pizza throughout the weekend, and sandwiches or whatever else showed up on the table. Other people brought stuff, and I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but I will. Just man, what a weekend! And I'm already looking forward to next year. It's such a absolute blessing for me to do this and host and just be with my friends and family, man. It's just such a cool thing. Kenny said the food was awesome. Mrs. Michelle is definitely a treasure on those biscuits. They are good stuff. Uh, yeah, I wish that we had more people here and we had more food. I mean, there again, I know others would have liked to have gotten some more of maybe the meatloaf or whatever, but man, it was just hard. It's hard to keep up with everything. And I think maybe having a kitchen space this coming year, will probably help things tremendously. Uh, I may have to go buy a new pair of boots after the weekend because I think I wore the bottoms off of these. But everything went really, really well. I was just so pleased, so blessed. Uh, Pretty sure I didn't lose any weight. Well, it's a funny thing. I started at a certain weight at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week, I started at a certain weight because I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to blow it out. And I didn't do crazy, but I did. Uh, I did the Tuesday morning. I weighed myself and I actually weighed exactly what I weighed before the weekend. I was shocked. Bobby says the vibe, I think that's what he's meaning. The vibe is so friendly and family, and that's our hope. That really was our hope. So who knows what we'll do for next year? Saturday night is usually our specialty night. We had a quick conversation about the possibility of maybe a food truck, but part of the reason why I'm probably going to back off from that, and Eli and I had this conversation, is we love the whole family-friendly, home-cooked meal kind of thing. And I know there's some people who just getting here was really the challenge, and so I don't want to add to their expenses and everything like that. So I really just want to keep it that homegrown feel. Gary Graham is in here. Great to have Gary in here. And Dexter, that's right. We got to hang out with Dexter, and everybody probably got a little bit of lap time with Dexter. So that was good. Always good to hang out with little Dexter. So anyway, if you were here, God bless you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. And I was just blessed the whole weekend in many, many ways. As I know the whole family was, for sure. Yeah, I was burning up calories, that's for sure. Yeah, I think we kind of stick with the home cook side of things. And really, as some of you mentioned, if it's a something you want to bring or have sent in or whatever like that, we're fine with that. This past year we had somebody. Sarah brought sauerkraut. She brought some desserts. Judd brought collard greens. Killian's brought the pickled eggs and pickled beets. There was some other stuff that was brought in. I think some dessert. So yeah, I'm great with that. I love that. It's we'll kind of keep up with the main part, but if it's a carry-in, I'm cool with that too, man. I just love it. We had the forges. There were 4 or 5 forges set up out in the shed, and there wasn't a constant fill up in there. But Rob and Paul showed up, brought their forge. Bill Corey brought his forge and his whole setup in here. Did a great job in there, as Bill always does. And just what a joy it is to hang out with Bill. I say that because he's not in here. Because if he were in here, I couldn't say that. But yeah, and then out to the the Popeye thing. That was crazy. But out in the wood shop, we were working on getting the mill going. I had some great folks in here who kind of gave me some heads up on. We've still got to do a few things to it, but it's up, it's running. But there are certainly some things that still have to be done to it. The lathe definitely needs to get some attention to it for sure. No, I can't imagine why Logan wouldn't think I wouldn't like him after that. I said, man, that's awesome. That's so funny. And he and I had a really good talk later on. So he's a good dude. He's something else. To quote I described Logan in two different ways. If you've ever watched the new Magnificent Seven movie, um, and Vincent D'Onofrio plays this big character, huge character, and one of the Chris Pratt's character, after he sees Vincent D'Onofrio's character come out and just beat the tar out of these two boys, he says, "I believe that bear was wearing people's clothes." That was just such a great line. And then I saw Logan come through, and I thought, "I believe that bear is wearing people's clothes." But my description of him, it was a fire hydrant with a beard. Dude is like built like a tank. Logan is. He's a hoss cat, but man, a good dude. I'm so glad to meet him. What a pleasure that was. I think I've got a hot fire now. It's now that it's 7:09, but it's okay because we don't have a massive amount to do. I'm going to show you a little something. We are pretty close to done with the old sign bracket there. So I was able to rivet most everything up here and get it all lined. Um, and I got the vining done. You can see that. Yeah, that was, got the ram's horn scrolls all finished up. Got those taken care of. Now, I got this vining piece on here. It's bolted on. And the reason why it's bolted on right now is because that's where the wall attachment lag screws will go. So when I'm ready to do this, I can take this scroll off, and when I'm ready to attach, I just run the lag screws right through that. Goes in there nice and covers all this up. And then I did a little something on the bottom to attach our sign, which I need to grab the sign. Oh my goodness. Ooh, ah. So let's see if we can get a better idea what all this is going to look like. There we go. About right there. That's about what it's going to look like when it's all said and done. But to attach through the holes here, we've got to make something happen. So I'd already punched holes in the bottom. One there for the attachment points. And I thought, well, maybe I can rivet and a pin through here with kind of an eye hook on here. But I think what I decided to do was I tacked these holes right here. And the reason for that is I'm going to try to take these bolts. I grabbed these bolts and I kind of shaped them at the end there, but I took a nut. I'll see if I can illustrate this to you. I took a nut, put it on another bolt, and I took a round punch to each of the corners of the bolt and almost made like a flower. And I'm hoping you guys can pick this up, but basically as a stop. So as I thread that up, that'll be a stop. So what we're going to do with these bolts, we're going to forge the heads, and I'll probably just do like a round ball finial here, and then I'll bend it to the side, make like an eye hook, but leave enough of a gap where I can just slide that sign right in there, and then it'll just swing on that. Howdy, Roy. And Roy, thank you so much for your donation for the weekend. If I'm not mistaken, your double guillotine tool that Roy donated from Christ-Centered Ironworks, the lever action double guillotine, went to Bobby at Robert Lannis, the treadle shed, and everything else went to Jeff Killian. Yeah, Jeff missed out buying a lottery ticket that day. So anyway, that's what we're going to do tonight. Very simple. I'm just going to forge these bolts up, and then we can thread them in from the bottom. And part of the reason for that too was, if ever we need to change things out, I don't have to de-rivet everything. I can just unscrew these eye bolts, redo things, and screw them right back in. So I think that's the plan we're going to go for. We're going to set this down here, and this will be some fun, delicate forging, I'm sure. So let's see if we can't get past that. Yeah, that ought to work. So I already soaked soak these in vinegar, these bolts, so the zinc coating is off of it, so I'm safe on that. But you definitely want to watch that for sure. And let's see if I can't just basically make a little ball finial on the end of these. Thank you, Roy. Yes, thanks for sending that, man. There's another Troy, Deep Creek Iron Works. Better late than never. Hello, everyone. But yeah, what a blessing. Will Athol, I'll show him here in just a second. They got here late, but he sent some really cool looking chisels. Those are going to Jeff Killian. And then Derek Melton sent a set of, what do you call it, the golden triangle calipers. He sent a set of those, and I think Judd Rose got those, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, a lot of really cool stuff sent, and just, I can't even begin to tell you, man. Just a great weekend. All right, so let's. I think what I'm going to do now, take them over here. Kind of dome that head a little bit. Put it back in the fire and work it over here on the anvil a little bit. Golden ratio calipers. That's it. Well, Jeff Woodring, you are going to enjoy that for sure. He says he got his scoop blank forged from Bar Run Forge, so that's good. Yeah, Logan's a big old boy. He's a hoss, as they say. Oh, there's another thing that Jeff won. Kenny's Osage Orange. Was that a chef's knife? What did we say of that, Kenny? But man, that was a beautiful piece with the Osage Orange cross-grained scales on it. Man, that was so cool. Okie dokie. So that part, got that done. Let's see if we can't clean it up a little bit. So now, let's throw that back in there. Get the whole thing heated up. And do a little bendy on it. Every squirrel gets a nut once in a while. So it was a kitchen knife. Okay. Man, that was a beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. Especially with those Osage orange scales. I wasn't sure what all... I tried to look at all the blanks that were picked up. I wasn't sure what ones went out the most. But that was kind of cool to be watching those go out. Let's see, I think what I can do is just do that. I think. I'll have to make a 90 on it at some point. Yeah, it's that turned out to be just absolutely gorgeous. That knife was. Thank you, Kenny, for donating that, brother. All right, we're getting pretty close on the hook. I've got another better set of tongs. Probably not. All right. All right, let me catch up here. Monica says Eric's helped make a hook, which is super neat. Yeah, that was so cool to watch him do that. He's installing it in the barn now, actually. That's really good. If I could source and afford it, make a Rubu style work. Yeah, that's really cool. Rubo, or what do they call it? Yeah, Abigail got to do some too. I'm so looking forward to the video for sure. Such a cool memory for the kids. That's awesome. Now the question is, can I get it to hook around that? Yep, still got room. All right. Still got room. There's Mr. Roger Caldwell jumping in here. Yeah, the crane. That was another cool piece. Bobby, did you mean to leave that behind? I think that'll work. All right, let's cool that dude down. Turn the fire off and move to the next one. See how that works out. All right, let's get the dealio out here. All right. So you can see what we're talking about there. And then this will be able to go right in, theoretically, in there, because I don't want it to come out. Oop, that washer came out, that's why. Washer came up a little bit. There we go. There it is. Just like that. I'm going to go make the other one, and I'll probably close that one down a little bit. Here we go. Take that, set that right there, and we can do the other one. All right, here we go. Again, I love hearing all the stories. There's Mr. Kevin Stokes coming in here. He's already got the horses fed. Yeah, man, there's just so many ways I can just share all the blessings about this past weekend, and most of them are just, they're people based. I've been looking forward to making this. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate that. Yeah, basically all I'm doing here is just taking a bolt head and making a, I guess more than anything, it looks more like a rivet head out of it. So now we can go over to the bending jig, get all the bends made, and set that one up. Hide from the grand monkeys. The eye separated. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the magic dust saved the hawk, huh? Nice. Okay, back around, back in the far, as they say. Kenny says he learned a lot. Bobby, dang it, Bobby. All right, let's quench that dude. We may be able to get a first preview of the 98% completed sign bracket here. All right. Just hope I didn't booger these threads up too bad. They'll still thread in there. Success, maybe. Maybe. Oh, very much success, because that's exactly where I wanted it to point. Let's take these and just snip that on there a little bit. Good. Snip that on there a little bit. Let's see if we can't get a bar run forge sign on here. There we go. All in and all done except for finish and putting the finish on it and mounting it. That's our bar run forge shop sign and hanger. Kind of give you a better, hopefully it's all seeable. Got the leaf and the ram's horn scroll, split cross, scrolling work there. So there it is. It's all done. Like I say, it'll be a little bit of touch-ups and cleanup and some final fit and put a finish on it. Beyond that, it's basically going to be, I got to put one more board up against the wall so it'll mount nice and clean. And we'll put the finish on it, get the lag bolts, and hang it. Gonna hang it. Everybody, thank you. Thank you very much. That's not necessary. Not warranted nor necessary. Beeswax or paint, and I've been debating on that. Part of my debate has been a beeswax finish, black spray paint, or wire wheel the crap out of it and lacquer, outside lacquer. Yeah, I'm thinking paint. Yeah. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that, and many others for your kindness. It's, like I said, unwarranted but appreciated. It's just me. But yeah, we'll be able to do a couple other things to it and finish it up. You guys kind of tell me. I've heard paint. I've heard different ones. Gloss lacquer, maybe. I knew gold leaf and silver leaf. And I considered for a minute, like on the leaves, I always like to brass brush my leaves. And I thought about doing some brass brush accents. And then I thought, I don't know. If I do black, it'll probably be a flat black. That would be my guess. But yeah, I like the bare metal lacquer, but I also like longevity to be able to put it outside and not have to worry about it too much. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm not sure what it'll be. Paint might hold up better in the outside environment, sure. Clear coat it, run with it. Yeah, I like the clear coat. Shows off the metal. But I don't know. Black just seems to, and the outside trim on the shop is black. So that might be a better, yeah. Dry brush some silver. He had a video about it. That's right. Silver leaf. I definitely do the silver leaf for sure. If I do that, then I definitely have to lacquer and do all that kind of fun stuff. Again, my guess would probably be it'll be a black spray paint. That'll hide, maybe 2% of imperfections. Zero advice. It looks amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bring out all those facets. I may not want the facets are also known as hammer marks in my case. But yeah, I'm. It's kind of what I was looking for. I think what I'm going to do also is I haven't put the touch mark in yet, but this comes off, so I think I'm going to put the touch mark in right here, and I may stamp a verse in here where it says, "He is the vine, we are the branches." So I may do that. The whole point of this setup was you guys have seen our logo, and Christ is not Christ is above. It's above all things, and so we wanted to make sure that this was the thing that people saw, and the vine and the branch thing to add that in as well. So that was the main. It did have a theme to it, but that's kind of the somewhat finished product. Like I said, there's a few other things to do to it, but before I put the final coating on it, I'll have to do some touch up on a few areas, but that's kind of what I was hoping for, and kind of turned out close to at least what I wanted. So it's really funny because I'm hearing the black, the clear coat, of course, all the other stuff. I'll just tell you right now, I'm not doing gold leaf or silver leaf. Sorry, buddy, just not gonna do it. But it would look good. I mean, there were some places where it would look good. It's just no. Nothing to it, really. That's right. Uh, Dark primer, then black paint. That's probably what's going to happen, Jeff. Probably what's going to happen. Troy says the imperfections give it character. There you go. Well, there's plenty of character on this piece, that's for sure. His trying hard is finally paying off. At least he tries, you know? At least he tries. So anyway, it is now 7:40. We're going to talk a little bit more about the gathering, and let you know that it's go ahead and put it on your calendar. I mean, I forgot to look. Somebody look on your calendar for the last weekend in April. I mean, it's going to be around like the 24th, 5th, and 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look here. April 24th, 5th, and 6th. So go ahead and put that on your calendar for next year. I'm doing it right now. The gathering, 4th, 5th, and 6th. There you go. It's added. It's on the calendar. It's done. It's happening. Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. I love you too, Roy. You're my brother, man. I love you, love you, love you. 24th through 26th, April 24th through 26th. Put it on the calendar. Kyle says more pancakes. I'm cool with that. By this time next year, I probably won't be holding off near as much on the carbs. But hey, I really didn't hold off any this weekend. I ate everything I wanted to eat. About the only thing I didn't do was some of the baked potatoes and some of the extra stuff like that. But there was such good meat and other stuff that I didn't want to mess with the other. But man, oh man, what an event that was! Just a joyous. I know you're going to say, okay, we heard you. It was good. You liked it, and all that kind of fun stuff. But it honestly has turned into exactly what I wanted it to be, and my only, I don't even say fear, but my only concern in it all as we grow, I really want to maintain the family feel, the relaxed atmosphere of the whole thing, because that's what I wanted. That's what I'm hoping for, and it took all of you guys. There was a good group of people here who just love being here, and our servants have a servant's heart, and I just appreciate them so much. And you get around the dinner table and you say, "No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Now I'll get some in a little bit. You go ahead." My dad always said there's two kinds of people in this world. There's givers and there's takers, and it doesn't take long to figure out who's who. And a big event like that and a dinner table will tell you real quick who's who. That's for sure. Uh, yeah, and people coming in on Wednesday or Thursday, I'm fine with that. In fact, if there's a crew of people that says, you know what, we're making a week out of it, let's go in on Monday or Sunday afternoon or whatever. You come hang out with me for the weekend, help put forges up or tables or whatever. I don't want anyone to feel like it's something they need to do or have to do, but it's kind of like pre-gaming it. You get to tailgate before the gathering and get everything set up, and it really, again, it takes on that personal touch that I was really hoping for the event. if our family is here, it'll maintain the family feel. That is true. That is true. And obviously, uh, having Eli back, and let's hope, hope and pray that Mamaw's health improves where she can just jump right in. Are there any campgrounds close to us? Yes. However, we also have four, currently four, could be easily five 50 amp RV electric hookups and water nearby. So if you want to bring a camper here and there's flat space to throw out a tent, you don't have to go. That's the other thing that we were hoping for. It's like, hey, if travel if travel is your highest expense, we want that to be your only expense. Just get here. We'll take care of a place for you to lay your head. We'll take care of, if you want to bring your camper, don't go to an RV park. Come here, plug in, and enjoy the weekend. We want this to be as stress free as possible for you. And what that does for me is that makes it stress free for me. Because when my guests are stressed, I'm stressed, and I don't want that to happen. I want you guys to come and enjoy this event as much as I do. And that's a big challenge because I'm giddy over the weekend. Absolutely giddy. Um, so yeah, and by next year, the key to this is, there'll probably be a full service bathroom. We'll probably still put the porta potty out just for an extra bathroom, but yeah, I mean, please, Troy, bring the camper, hook it up. Like I said, I've got 4 up to 5 camper hookups. Um, yeah, Eric and I had a really good texting conversation following it all. I felt terrible that I couldn't hang out with Eric more than what I did because all that was going on. But that's my, I guess, my second concern at all is that I won't get to really spend time with people the way I want to spend time with people. So come early so we can spend time together. That's the case. And the bathroom, if we have the bathroom, obviously we're putting a shower in. We're putting at least one shower in. Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse basically suggested we put out 3 outdoor showers out there. Um, the Naked Dad knee, how about that thing? Welding, right there. That's the bad dad knee. So we're gonna prop that one up for there for a minute because I can't put it down too much longer. Uh, Going home covered in coal dust. There you go. So yeah, I mean, obviously we have to be careful, like throwing up full on uh, campground setup because then we have to get some sort of certification or whatever. But knowing that this is kind of a more unofficial, we have to keep it as much unofficial as possible yet official, just to keep everybody officials off of our back. So I need some sun on. Here's the problem. I would love to have. I love wearing shorts and t-shirts in my jam. Uh, but after last year having melanoma, I'm going to have to just slather myself in sunscreen. And I have 2 hawks watching over me all the time, making sure that I'm coated in sunscreen because the melanoma was pretty bad. So I gotta watch that. And too many years, too much exposure. Got to make sure it's taken care of. It's going to end up a 300-day event. Well, if you guys know me and if you've been here, you understand that nothing would make me happier. Um, they tried Cincy style chili. Nice. Love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the video from their whole trip. I'm sure it's just amazing. Um, yeah, yeah, it's just so cool. Um, but yeah, if you guys, I'm blown away that there are people like, hey, we want to spend our vacation doing this, and that warms my heart. That just makes it worth every ounce of effort that you guys that come make it feel so family friendly and so wonderful for me. I know the rest of the family feels that way. Yeah, they're all stressed out. Not me. I don't care. It's a great event. I'm not stressed out. I may be running around crazy the whole weekend because most of what it is I want to make sure everybody's got what they need, but I'm not stressed. The weekend does not stress me out. Rumps says, Christ Center Ironworks brain flux on it. It'll be all right. No sunburn. Nice. Jacob said, it's just brown water with meat. but it does taste good. It's really good. Cincy style chili is good. And if you are coming in September, I'll tell you this also. If you are coming to Quad State, and you, again, we're an hour, not even an hour and a half from here at Quad State. Uh, if you want to pull your camper in here, or you want to throw a tent up here, or make this a stopping point, by all means, please, because we'll be. I know Eli and I'll go up on Saturday for Quad State, and then we'll I'll probably go on Friday and then take Eli up on Saturday for Quad State. But yeah, if you guys are in the area and want to just come by, and any more, an hour and a half is just absolutely no big deal. Bobby says, I stay in the trailer just so I can spend max time. Please. There is never too much time with Bobby Lawrence. I can just tell you that right now. He is my brother. I love him dearly. So yeah, man, we're going to get out of here at 7:50. We're going to go a little early. Monica, are you guys going live tonight? Answer that question, please. But yeah, I can't even do it. I speak for a living, and I can't even tell you all the words about this weekend. I anticipate it every year so much now that I'm already geared up for next year. I'm already trying to figure out how we can do more. And okay, so Bland's Promised Land Ranch will be on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this evening. So please go check them out. That'll be a great time. I'm sure they'll have a recap of their trip as well. Kyle says we can stay up at 2 in the morning. Yeah, for early birds, if you want to go to bed at 2. But anyway, I'll throw that up there, guys. Definitely, go find some way to bless people. There's so much that we are so blessed with in our lives and in our communities and everything. Go bless some people. It's so easy to get caught up in negativity and criticism, and it's so much easier, so much better for you. Find the blessings in things, because we are indeed stupid blessed. So, all right, enough of that. We will see you guys on the next one. That'll probably be next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless I don't have things together. It'll be 6:35 or 6:38 again. God bless. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.